Hi guys, it is Dr. G here, and we are doing Facebook Live for day 16 of Check Us with Dr. G. Um, if you guys have been following me, you know that we have talked about an array of things, everything from seasonal affective disorder to hypertension. Hi, Mom. My mom's here. This past week we talked about hypertension, we talked about diabetes, we've been talking about different determinants of health and all of those types of things. So today I just wanted to do a live video to check in to see if anybody had any questions or, wanted me to talk about anything particular on today. Again, like I said, we talked about hypertension this past week, basically just talking about some of the risk factors, some of the complications. We talked about hypertension as it relates to African Americans and some of the theories that are out there as far as why with African Americans for hypertension, than any other demographic. And we also talked about diabetes the past couple of days, talking about risk factors, some of the lab tests. We talked about just complications, some of the things you can do to kind of help offset diabetes or, some of the things you can do for preventative measures. What is good for dry skin if you have diabetes? So, one of the things about dry skin is that a lot of times we end up having drier skin when we are not well hydrated. So the first thing I would tell you to do is make sure that you are well hydrated, making sure you are drinking, like we talked about in the hydration video, making sure you're drinking at least 1 liter of water, and then, continuing to drink from there until your urine is pale yellow. Other than that, you want to make sure that, you're using moisturizers that aren't alcohol based or don't have a lot of alcohols in them, which a lot of moisturizers do, because alcohols can dry your skin. So you want to, use something that doesn't have a lot of alcohols in it. I know some people like to use shea butter or jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is actually, its consistency is similar to the oils that are naturally made by your body. So that one is actually good, not just for, keeping your skin moisturized, but, for people that have eczema. So something like that. If you're having issues with keeping your skin moisturized, you can also try like a calendula cream. It's Calendula. Calendula is, good for helping heal skin, helping to, keep the skin moisturized. So maybe trying something like that, or oatmeal based, like the Avenos, again, but you want to make sure you're checking them to see if they have alcohols and things. Usually things that have alcohols in an oat ale, like alcohol. So you just want to check the alcohols, but things that have like the oatmeal in them, or they may say Avena sativa or Avena in it, is another, or the botanical name for oatmeal. So you might want to try using some of those as moisturizers to help keep your skin moisturized. But again, of course, the first step is always to make sure that you are well hydrated. That's your best defense against dry skin. Any more questions about that? Hello, everyone that's coming in. Um, but yeah, I did not cover any moisturizers or things yet. I actually haven't talked about any skin conditions, so thank you for that question. That was a really good question. Um, any more questions? What's up, cuz? My cousin is now here. Okay. So if someone cannot see my live video, I'm going to try my best to save the video and post it to YouTube. All of the videos that I've done so far are available on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So if they aren't able to see the live video, or if they don't have Facebook or Instagram, you can always send them the YouTube video. And I'll try to connect YouTube to my page, the Whole You with G page on Facebook, so that you can just click the link and go to the YouTube page and see the videos there. And then you just copy and paste the link to an email or text message so that that person can watch the live videos. So yeah, if you guys miss any of the videos, or it gets lost in the shuffle, you can go back to my YouTube page to watch the videos as well. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to just keep everything lighthearted because tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I don't want to bombard you guys with don't eat this or don't do that, the day before Thanksgiving. But I did kind of want to just talk about community and having a support system. If you know somebody that has had like a chronic disease or a terminal illness, one of the things that you will hear healthcare providers say is it is to have a support system, or have a community of people that are there helping for you and caring for you. And so let's see, didn't break super easily. Okay, I'll talk about that. But I wanted to talk about community and everything because Thanksgiving is coming up. I know some of us, may not have the family structure that we, want or desire, but even having a group of friends. So think about it like if you need a support through chronic health conditions or terminal illnesses, then it's also important, or how much more would it be effective knowing that you have them there when you are well? Having that community and that sense of support actually helps in dealing with stresses. It helps when you are going through even some of these conditions like diabetes or hypertension. Having a community of people there to have a venting session or an outlet actually helps create more positive health outcomes. So let me just address this question: what will help condition nails? So I know a lot of people do vitamins. They're like hair, skin, and nail vitamins. They have like biotin and those things in them to help strengthen nails. You also want to be mindful of like why your nails are thin and breaking super easily. Is it because of a nutrient deficiency? Is it because you are, constantly washing your hands? Like if you're in a healthcare field and you're constantly washing your hands. Also, if you are constantly getting your nails done, like some of those acrylic nails or even some of the glue-on nails, when you take them off, they can break down your nails or kind of tear up your nails, if you will, and your nails can lose some of the strength as well. So it's important to find out why your nails are breaking, or thin, or is it related to another health condition? Is this something that has been happening with you for a while? But I would first make sure that it's not a nutrient deficiency. Again, the hair, skin, and nail vitamins will provide you with some minerals, and they actually give a little bit more, like I said, I think of biotin, or I'm not sure if it's iron, but I'm pretty sure it has a little bit more biotin and maybe vitamin E than other vitamins, because it's helping to strengthen your nails. They do have some nail polishes that are supposed to nails, so you can try. I know Sally Hansen has them. That's a popular older one, that people use for nail strengthening as well. But again, we want to make sure that it's not something else causing your nails to be brittle. If you have like iron deficiency, sometimes that can cause different nail conditions, and there are a lot of chronic diseases whose symptoms can show up in the nails. So, you want to just find out what the cause is, because you don't want to just treat the nails being and not treat what's causing nails to be brittle. So make sure that you identify, if you don't already know, what's actually causing them to be brittle. If you know and you feel like comfortable with typing it in, then we can talk more about it. But if not, like I said, we want to get to the root cause of it, because I can give you 10 million things to do to help mask it, but until we actually figure out what's causing it and get to the root of that, then we're only treating symptoms. Anyone have any additional questions? Are there any supplements or tips you can share to improve eyesight? So, vitamin A is usually talked about as far as improving eyesight. You can eat more carrots. I know some of us heard that when we were little. Carrots help your eyesight. It's actually the beta carotene in the carrots, which is a derivative of vitamin A that is for eyesight. There are a few supplements. I can't call them off the top of my head right now, but there are a few herbs and supplements that are that will help to, I want to say ginkgo is one of them. Let me double check, and I will send you a message, and also I'll probably post it on one of the videos for anyone that's watching and want to know the answer to that question. But definitely making sure that you're getting your vitamins and minerals in. If you have something like diabetes, like we talked about on yesterday, or even hypertension, one of the side effects or complications can be that it impacts your sight. So making sure that you are keeping those things in check. But yeah, I have a supplement in my mind, but I want to, like I said, let me make sure that I double check to go back, and so that I'm giving you accurate information, because I don't want to just call something out. I want to give accurate information. Any other questions right now? I think, going back to the eyesight thing, I think bilberry was another one that I was thinking about, but again, let me double check to be sure. But yeah, any additional questions, guys, or comments, concerns, anything that I said on these videos that you need more clarity on, please feel free to ask those questions as well. And oh yes, my pleasure. Like I said, the only thing I wanted to talk about besides answering questions was just how important it is to have a sense of community. As you guys can see, I have people in my community on this live right now. So having that support system is very important for health and health outcomes, and just creating a more positive outcome in health in general. And if I'm not answering you guys' questions like completely, or it's not exactly the answer that you guys were expecting, or I answered it wrong, please let me know so that I can answer it appropriately. Stick with it, and and give it time to work. How should I go about finding out conditions caused by nutrient deficiency? So there are nutrient tests that you can do. Some of them cost a lot of money. Another way to go about just seeing if you are nutrient deficient is just by making sure that you are, taking a supplement. Get a good, if you don't have a multivitamin, taking a good multivitamin would be very good. Another thing that I thought about is zinc. A lot of times, someone that is zinc deficiency, you might notice some of those little white lines on your fingernails. And zinc, plays into skin conditions and all that as well. So making sure that you're getting in a good supplement or vitamin, a good multivitamin, making sure that you are eating properly. So making sure you're getting in your green leafy vegetables, your colorful vegetables, and all of those things. And that's not gonna give you a definitive to let you know exactly which vitamin or mineral you're deficient in, but it just covers all of the bases, so that if you are nutrient deficient, then you're replacing. But other than that, like I said, there's nutrient testing that you can do. Some of them are pretty expensive or can get pretty expensive. I want to say at least in the hundreds. Energy drink alternatives. Let me make sure that I close out. So nutrient deficiency, like I said, one way is just making sure you're taking multivitamins and eating properly. That way you're getting those nutrients in and seeing if there's any changes in your nails. Okay, so as far as energy producing vitamins and minerals or supplements, a lot of people do B12. You can see B12 shots. They're usually red. Those have a way of producing more energy in people. Some people use, I think it's pronounced yerba mate, as a energy drink, or they have them in energy drinks, but they use that as an energy supplement. Green tea has caffeine in it, so some people use that as a way of getting a more cleaner source of energy. Also matcha, which is you can get matcha green tea, which gives you more energy. Also, you definitely want to make sure that you are getting the right amount of sleep, again, everything kind of goes back to those determinants of health, in case you guys haven't noticed a pattern. But proper sleep, making sure that you're well hydrated, getting enough vitamins and nutrients in your diet to kind of help support your body. And then, like I said, some people use B12, some people use the yerba mate, some people do matcha or green tea. I've heard of moringa. You can get it in a tea form, and that also gives some nutrients as well to help give you good, clean energy. They sell matcha at Starbucks, but make sure that you are careful of the amounts of sugar that goes into Starbucks. You can buy it at the grocery stores. They have it in the powder form. They have it in tea form. So you can try those. Some people do use coffee. Coffee, isn't absolutely horrible. It works for some people. Some people it doesn't. But and also another way to make sure, sorry, I kind of cut myself off there, guys. But another way to make sure that you're staying up is by what you're eating, making sure that you're eating complex carbs like sweet potatoes and the brown rice or wild rice and those types of things, because those give you sustained energy versus chips and cakes and cookies and little snacks. Eating those things that give you sustained energy. My pleasure. Like I said, guys, if I'm not answering your questions the way that you were expecting, or there's more, please feel free to ask them again or let me know so that I can properly ask the questions. Answer the But yeah, be careful of the matcha at Starbucks, because there's a lot of sweeteners and all of that, and you can get it without sweetener, but you can get it at the store as well. But yeah. Anything else, guys? You guys are doing so great tonight. I thank you so much for being on my live. Thank you so much for asking questions. Thank you guys for all of your support and your um, just being willing to like and share and jump on here tonight. Like, guys being here, and I appreciate the questions. Um, it definitely helps. Where should we get a good multivitamin or supplement? Is the health food store better than the drugstore? So I would say if if we are talking drugstore in a sense of um, like pharmacy, Walmart pharmacy or Target pharmacy or one of those things, then yes, the health food store is going to be better. You want to make sure that when you are looking at your multivitamins, you checking out the label, seeing if there's a bunch of additives and all of those things. I know there's websites, like I have a couple of people that I use, and I can post the links to my little online stores for multivitamins. But a health food store, I think Sprouts is in the South, or like Whole Foods. If you are in a place that has a Fruitful Yield, I really like Fruitful Yield in their products. And no, I'm not being endorsed by them. So that is just free advertisement for them today. But some of the brands that I would say is like Now brand. And I'm saying the Now brand because I know of the professional grade version of Now. So Now brand is a decent one that you can get like in a health food store. Now brand of supplements. There's another one that I can see the label on. I think that's a Now brand. Okay, yes, that was a Now brand. I was trying to remember and I could see the label, but I wasn't sure. But those were Now brand supplements. If you are, in need of multivitamins, like I said, I'll post my link on my page to some of the websites or my online stores that I use so that you can find some good multivitamins. And I actually have a few multivitamins in those on those links that I like and that I would recommend. Any natural things I can take to aid in weight loss in addition to changing my diet and exercise regularly. So, diet and nutrition are definitely going to be the biggest factors. And it honestly depends on what is your barrier to losing weight. So if trying to see, because I don't really endorse a lot of the things that show up on Facebook and on TV because I am not 100% familiar with them. So I don't want to throw those out there. But if it's a thing where you're addicted to sugars or something like that, there are a few supplements. I want to say, I cannot remember the name right now because you keep stumping me. But I can't remember the name right now. I know that it starts with a G and the rest of it is slipping my mind. It kind of numbs your tongue to sugars and sweet flavors. So you'll eat the food and it will basically, like, it won't taste the same. It won't taste as good anymore. So it like kind of takes you out of the habit of eating those sugary foods. That would be one of the main ones. Like I said, if you like have an addiction to sugar, that you would take. And I want to say it's ginseng, but I'm not 100% sure. So don't quote me on that. Let me do some research and I will come back to it to make sure. But that one, and also, like I said, just making sure you're having, your good multivitamin, those omega 3s, and they aren't directly correlated to losing weight, but helping reduce inflammation in the body, or, you know, helping create fats and oils in the body that are less inflammatory. So those can help, like reducing the body's inflammation can also help with weight loss as well. Oh, you said you're addicted to sweets. Yeah, I like I said, I want to say is, I know it starts with a G. And the only reason I don't want to, you know, just throw something out there is because I don't want to throw the wrong thing out there. And then somebody goes and gets it. And then it's like, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, you know. So as soon as I get that name, I will post it. Or I'll do a quick tomorrow, maybe really early in the morning, or Friday. Or yeah, maybe I'll just come back on and do a live on Friday for a few minutes to cover some of those questions. But other than that, like I said, I really don't endorse some of the things that are out there. Green tea has been known to help with weight loss, so that's one that you can try. And you can, you know, drink green tea, but there are also green tea pills that you can take as well. Resveratrol. I don't know if you guys ever saw the thing that was going around on Facebook talking about how wine can help you lose weight and all that stuff. And it's not the wine itself, but it's resveratrol, the chemical that's in the wine, that can help. And I'm not endorsing turning up drinking wine every day to lose weight. That's not what I'm endorsing, but it has shown to have some help in weight loss. So yeah, sweets and breads, probiotics. So there are a vast number of probiotics out there. If you've ever gone and looked up probiotics, there's probiotics everywhere. Everybody makes them. There's like 100 different strands, and you know that can be very confusing to pick those out. But again, when I post the link, I'll make sure that I have, you know, some multivitamins. And don't run away with that wine thing, Nicole. I see you. We're not drinking wine. We're not turning up on wine to lose weight. That is not what we're doing. But when you are picking your probiotics, I would say for most people, 50 to 100 billion is pretty decent. You want to, there's some that are like spore forming or spore based probiotics. Those basically just ensure that the probiotics are able to make it through your digestive tract and through your stomach into your digestive tract. So those are pretty good, but 50 to 100 billion is usually good. You want to check the label and see that it has a variety, you know, lactobacillus and bifido is another one that is usually common. So making sure that you have those in there. If you have specific GI needs, then there are different strains that, you know, we can talk about. But for a general probiotic thing, you know, like I said, I'll make sure multivitamins and probiotics listed. There's actually I believe it's Integrated Therapeutics is a company that I like. They have a women's probiotic that I really enjoy for women, of course. But other than that, there's another company called Klein that has some pretty good probiotics. Now, the thing is, they are not going to be extremely cheap. And that's with any of the supplements. If you want to get one that's really good, you're going to kind of expect to pay a little bit more money. I have a few probiotics that I really like, and I'll make sure that I have those in the link. I saw someone earlier asked if you could like get things through me, and that's what'll be on the link is some of the things that I like, that I recommend, that you can go on and, you know, take a look at. And I'll make sure I have some things on there for kids as well, because I know people have kids and they want to make sure not only are they healthy, but their kids are healthy. And I want to be sure that kids are healthy too, because we are in cold and flu season, guys. So we got to take those steps. Doctor on the radio state that taking vitamin D, probiotics, omega-3 every day. So, in general, yes, vitamin D is amazing, because I think I talked about it when we talked about seasonal affective disorder. We usually think about vitamin D as far as its help for calcium absorption, but vitamin D plays a huge part in like the immune system, in our moods, and in different just functions that the body does on a day-to-day basis. If your vitamin D is low, then there's a great chance, that you are more susceptible to having infection. So making sure that you're staying on top of your vitamin D status, especially as people of color, because our melanin tends to be a natural sunblock. So we aren't getting a lot of the vitamin D that we need. And so making sure that you're staying on top of that. Again, probiotics are amazing because they keep your gut healthy, and a lot of research is starting to come out about just how many diseases and conditions are connected to gut health, and having what they call dysbiosis, meaning you're having a greater amount of bad bacteria versus good bacteria in your gut. And so probiotics are amazing. And omega-3s, I advocate for those because they help keep inflammation down. Omega-3s actually in high doses are good for depression. So omega-3s are another thing that actually help with mood. So so vitamin D, probiotics, and omega-3s, I definitely would say, that doctor was on the right track when they were saying that it does help to keep you healthy. Along with making sure your diet is proper. I don't want anybody just hopping off here saying, let me just go do all this stuff. Making sure you have a proper diet, making sure that you are exercising, making sure that you're getting in adequate sleep, adequate hydration, and all of that stuff. So adding those to, all of those other things that are creating health in your life will definitely help to boost your health and your health outcomes. Yes, I need to have some probiotics. Yes. Like I said, and also there are some probiotic products that have what they call prebiotics. Prebiotics are not horrible. If you have dysbiosis, though, you want to be careful. Again, that's when you have more bad bacteria than good bacteria. So prebiotics are those things that kind of feed the gut or help to nourish the gut before you take probiotics, so that those probiotics have somewhere to live and grow and all of that stuff. So some of those things, some of the probiotics have like prebiotics in them as well. But yeah, again, thank you guys. These are great questions. If people take a lot of medicine, will probiotics help their digestive health? So, if you're taking a lot of medication and you're starting to see negative health impacts in your digestive tract, one of the first things I would recommend that you do is actually sit down with your healthcare provider and seeing what you need to take and what are some of the things that can be taken out. If you're taking like 3 different medications for pain, finding out, okay, is there a better one, and can we reduce some of these things? And probiotics are going to be good for your digestive tract, but what can happen is when we have a poor diet, and this is another thing as far as like probiotics, prebiotics, and all that stuff. When we have a poor diet, when we're on a lot of medications, it tends to have what we call increased permeability, meaning or leaky gut. Which is basically where your GI tract is not as healthy as it could be. And so taking certain supplements to help heal the lining of the gut. Inulin is one of them. Taking certain supplements to heal the lining of the gut, to create a space for probiotics to come and live in a healthy, happy environment is going to be very important. Also, if you are taking a lot of medicine, you want to make sure that your liver is healthy, because that's going to play into your health as well. Making sure that you are supporting your liver And that you can do that is just reducing some of the fats and oils that you're eating. So like fried foods, reducing that. Um, some marshmallow, not marshmallow. Um, I don't know why I can't think of the name of it right now. It is slipping my mind, but dandelion is also helpful, and milk thistle. Thank you, guys. Milk thistle is a for liver health. Just making sure that you are, getting in those green leafy vegetables. Again, those are really good for you, very important. Um, Avoiding a lot of processed foods, not drinking a whole lot of alcohol, making sure you're drinking plenty of water, all of those things. And when I say dandelion earlier, it's like you could use dandelion root tea. If you drink dandelion leaf tea, it is going to make you go to the bathroom. Dandelion root, what you want to drink to help support liver and gallbladder health. But yeah, I can also put a supplement that I like for helping with gut health on my link as well. But it's going to be important that you actually work on healing the lining of the gut if you're taking a lot of medications or you have a diet that's unhealthy. Healing that lining, so when you're taking the probiotics, that they're actually having a good environment to rest in. Any additional questions? Are there really any health benefits from marijuana? Asking for a friend. So when it comes to marijuana, there is a guy that I know who is an expert. I wish he was on here, Dr. Candiel. He knows all that there. Well, I'm not gonna say all that there is, but he knows a whole lot about all of that stuff. But I would say CBD oil in itself. Dr. Candiel would actually recommend that if CBD oil, that you make sure it has the terpenoids in there, because it gives like a full spectrum. But there are benefits to the cannabidiol or the CBD oil, because it helps with, anxiety and stress. It can help with appetite for some people. It can help with, pain regulation. Studies have shown that it helps with, people that have seizure disorders and things like that. But I don't want people to get marijuana, because, CBD can come from hemp and those types of things. And you want to make sure that whatever way that you are getting it, you're doing it in a healthy way. So smoking marijuana itself can still cause damage to, your respiratory tract, because you're bringing in that heat and that steam, and your body is not used to that. So you want to be careful with smoking, and even the vaping, because some of those things have like chemicals in them that have a negative impact on health. So you want to be mindful of that. But I do advocate for CBD and CBD oils. Again, I wish Dr. Candiel was on here, because he knows so much more about that subject. But again, I'm not gonna come on here and I'm not saying go eat brownies, Nicole. I'm not saying go eat brownies, because you have to be careful, because when you are consuming marijuana itself, it has a high THC count. And so you get a lot of those psychotropic effects, and, kind of loopy and all of that stuff. But it's the CBD itself. It's the CBD that has the benefits. We want to focus on the CBD, guys. And I see eyes and things popping up here. Guys, you guys are hilarious. But really, it's the CBD that has the benefit. That's where we want to focus our attention. So, oh my goodness. But yeah, there are lots of benefits, and more research is coming out every day about the benefits of CBD, guys. So And I know a lot of, my Christian family and friends, we want to, bash it, especially like I said, as it relates to marijuana. But we want to focus on the fact that there are a lot of benefits to CBD. And, if you are out there, let me just throw that out there. If you guys are out there and you are, using CBD and you're seeing benefits, in different areas, please don't feel ashamed to say that you are receiving benefits, because you speaking up about that, nobody else. Let's look at the science of it, which is that CBD is helpful. I've actually used the product that was CBD oil and emu oil on a burn that I had. And guys, it literally stopped. And it was a good burn. Like, I had hot food that I had just gotten out of the microwave. Please don't judge me for microwaving my food. But I just got it out of the microwave. And it was like burning hot. And I put the CBD oil in that area, and it literally stopped the burn. So CBD oil has great benefits, guys. I don't want you to discredit it or discount it because of where it might come from. But again, be careful if you are going to consume anything. I am recommending CBD oil. Let me say that. And in states that it's legal. My disclaimer. In states that it is legal, okay? If you are in a state that is not legal, please do not say that Dr. G told you to go get this, okay? Because I cannot write prescriptions, okay? So that is what I'm saying. What brand of CBD oil? Yes, CBD oil does help with mental health. It can help with anxiety. I'm not 100% about depression. It could, but definitely anxiety, definitely seizure disorders. There have been research about that as well. What brand of CBD oil? So there are a lot of different brands out there. I would say I wouldn't just go to my local smoke shop and get CBD oil. The brand that I used on the burn was Theramu. Again, it was CBD oil and emu oil. That one is kind of expensive. There is another one in Illinois that I used. I can't remember their name, but there isn't a specific brand that I really just recommend. I would say when you are looking at the different CBD oils and trying to figure out which one that you want to use, look at the additives. If there are a lot of additives and some things that, they can't name, or, that's something to look out for. I think there's one, Dr. Leanne, she went to school with me. I think it was called CBD Plus or CBD 100 Plus or something like that. That brand actually was just CBD oil, I think grapeseed oil and a sweetener, which is pretty simple. But I will find that I'm going to be posting a lot of links and stuff here, guys, over the next couple of days. But I'll post that brand as well, because like I said, I know that one, has, doesn't have as many additives. So that brand, and I'm not 100% about the cost, but I feel like that brand is a pretty good one. And like I said, I've known some docs that went to school with me that have used it, that have seen benefits. So CBD oil, guys, it is not the devil, okay? I just throwing that out there. The research is coming out all the time about how beneficial it is. So let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. And for those of you that might try to crucify me, that's an old saying. Basically, don't get rid of the part that you need trying to get the whole thing. So CBD oil is not the devil. Any other questions, guys? You guys have been amazing. I don't even know how long I've been on. 45 minutes. Yay! Thank you guys so much for being on here with me. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I just saw microwaves save lives. So microwaves are a great way. Let me just throw this out there. Microwaves are a great way to heat quickly. But make sure, guys, that if you are heating things up in the microwave, you use like glass or ceramic containers. Do not use, those paper plates, plastic products. Don't heat up plastic or styrofoam in the microwave because studies have shown that it increases the risk of cancer causing agents. So if you're going to heat things up in the microwave, put it on a nice plate or in glass containers, guys. If you use a lot of laxatives, do you need probiotics? So yes, I'm going to say yes. And I said it like that because laxatives only cause you to poop. Laxatives, kind of send your cause your digestive tract to excrete things. Probiotics are what actually, add to the health of your digestive tract. So there's a difference. Laxative cause you to poop. And I wouldn't recommend taking laxatives all the time or, staying on laxatives for long periods of time because you don't want your body to become dependent on laxatives. What you want to do is make sure that you're getting in enough fiber, making sure that you are drinking plenty of water, and making sure that you are keeping moving because those things are the things that are going to help to keep your bowels moving. So make sure that even though you may be taking laxatives which cause you to poop, the probiotics are actually going to help to improve your gut health. So yes, you still need to take probiotics. Oh, also another thing, if you are on certain medications, it can cause constipation, and certain health conditions can cause constipation. So if you are experiencing constipation, it's good to find out, is it your medication that's causing it? Is it a health condition that you're dealing with? Or is it because you're not moving as much, you're not hydrated, or you're not getting enough fiber in your diet? Any more questions, guys? You guys have been amazing tonight. I'm so grateful for you guys coming on here and asking questions. This has been great for me. And those of you that really know me, like I'll do these videos, but this has been a challenge for me. So thank you guys for coming on here and supporting me. Can you replace regular water with coconut water? So coconut water is good for hydration. It gives you those alerts, but your body still needs regular water. And when I say regular water, I don't mean like faucet water, because unless that's all you have. If all you have is faucet water, then I understand. But having that good, clean, fresh water. And all if you are on an island and all you have is coconut water, then please feel free to continue to do that, drink that. And coconut water, it's not necessarily taking away from your hydration, but you still want to make sure that you are drinking in enough regular water as well. So it can be an addition to, not just completely replace. Because again, because it does have electrolytes in it, you want to be careful that you are not overloading yourself on electrolytes as well. Especially if you are, if you're like active and a runner and you're like constantly sweating and, then you, of course, you need to replace those electrolytes. But if you're not doing all of that, on a regular basis, you don't want to overload yourself with electrolytes as well. So regular water is going to be your go-to, and coconut water is just going to be your in addition to. This has been great, guys. I know I keep saying that, but it has been. I really appreciate you guys for being on here. Any additional questions? And just to recap, I will be posting the information about supplements and everything that can help with eyesight. I will be posting the supplement that I talked about that helps to reduce the taste of sugar in your mouth, because I had a couple of people that said something about that. I'll be posting my links to my supplement sites and the information about the CBD oil as well. So be looking out that looking out for that over the next couple of days. So guys, it's been almost an hour. Yes, my pleasure. It's been almost an hour. I thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to let you guys go because I know tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so people are in the middle of prepping for Thanksgiving. I actually have to go home and prep for Thanksgiving. As you can see, I'm in a parking lot right now. I know you see the cars coming by and the little yellow flashing light, but I stopped by here to make sure that I was on time to do the video. So I actually have to go home and make sure I do some things for tomorrow. But again, guys, thank you guys so much for being on. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching the videos, for sharing the videos, for liking the videos. I'm going to make sure I post this live video, like I said, I'm going to try to see if I can post it to Instagram. To my page on Instagram. I'm going to try to post it to YouTube as well. And remember, guys, tomorrow just enjoy your family, enjoy your community if you are hanging out with friends. If you are not hanging out with anybody, try going to a shelter or something and volunteering so that you have, that sense of gratitude. For those that are experiencing loss around this time, my condolences to you. My heart goes out to you. If you need someone to talk to, please feel free to message me, because we want to make sure that you guys are supported. I posted before the suicide help hotline. I will post that again because I know, but be encouraged, guys. Know that I am here for you guys. I love you guys. And I truly mean that. Please don't take it as like, oh, she just has to say that. I don't just have to say that. I truly mean that. And I want you guys to fully enjoy your tonight and your tomorrow and this holiday season. So I will be posting those things. And tomorrow there will be no video. Friday I will be back. And I believe my topic will be erectile dysfunction. So if you know anybody dealing with that, please make sure that you have them tune in, because that's what I'll be talking about on Friday. So I hope you guys have an amazing night. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy yourselves. Eat well. This is your cheat day. Start again afresh on Friday. Have a good night, guys.